Hello, hello. I think I'm live. Let me check and also let me retweet that I'm live. As soon as we do that, we can start with today's agenda, which is the pricing thing, price indexing. Yeah, price indexing. Yes. So, price indexing, that part we need. Sorry for the delay. Let's start. Also, if you are watching on YouTube or Twitter, do subscribe and follow respectively. Just the numbers, like numbers, will help me get more subscribers and maybe a job also. Let's see. What's up? What's yeah. So yesterday we were trying to figure out this part, right? Chain link and how Aave uses chain link prices. So we do know what. Uh, so we have seen the price. What adapter? Sorry, what aggregator the Chainlink uses and the contract. But we want more detail. Like, okay, for now, let's just scratch this. Okay, we want to do things quickly. So right now, let's figure out the liquidation event arcs and improve our indexer, and afterwards we'll come back to this, or instead of removing this, come back to this later. Okay, whatever. Right now our main focus is this this part. So liquidation, let's go back to VS Code. And as you know, we can see the event here. Okay, let's remove this config. We have collateral asset, debt asset, user, debt to cover liquidated collateral amount, liquidator, and receive a token. So we need to figure out what these values actually represent. debt to cover, and collateral, liquidated collateral. What they actually give us, and give me a second. Okay, so I'm just trying to see the comments, but for some reason they are not pop. They are not there, or they are not loading. Anyway, ignore that. Back to this. We know debt to cover and collateral liquidated. We can go to documentation, Aave doc, and then search liquidated collateral amount. Okay, first we can see learn here. Liquidation. The the health factor is a critical matrix within Aave protocol that measures the safety of a borrower position. It is calculated as health factor, total collateral value into weighted average threshold. Okay, divided by borrow value. Okay, so yesterday we created a table, right? This will flip. So instead of 0.8, it will be, I guess, 1.25. Yes, 1.25, and this will be something less. 1 point, I don't know, maybe 2 something, 1.1 something. Anyway, so our logic was correct, just values were like reversed. Okay, no, 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 no. Okay, the health factor measures a borrow position stability. A health factor below 1, risks liquidation. The liquidation threshold set by Aave governance for each asset determines the percentage of value that can be borrowed against the asset. For example, if a user supplies 100,000 in ETH with an 80% liquidation threshold and borrows 6,000 in GHO, the health factor would be 1.33. Okay, we are borrowing 60%. So it's like 60, 100 divided by 60. Oh no, did I do something wrong? Oh, liquidation threshold. So is it, it will be 80 divided by 8 divided by 6, right? Yes, 8 divided by 6. Remove this. Yeah, 8 divided by 6, which will be 1.33. So our table was incorrect. They are not taking the collateral, they are taking the threshold, which is 80%. So it will be zero point 0.8, and this will be 80 divided by 80 equal to 1. Okay, this at this point it will liquidate because it will go below zero point 0.1. A health factor above 1 represents a position that is above the liquidation threshold. Regular monitoring is essential as health factor fluctuates based on the value of collateral and borrowed assets. To improve the health factor, users can either supply more collateral or repay the borrow borrow position. The health factor is directly tied to collateral value. If value rises, the health factor improves. If it falls, health factor declines, increasing the risk of liquidation. Now this liquidation happens when a borrower's health factor drops below 1, meaning meaning their collateral is insufficient to cover borrowed amount. This can occur when value of collateral decreases or borrowing amount is increased. When a liquidation occurs, up to 50% of borrower's debt is repaid by a liquidator. A liquidation fee is also levied against borrower's collateral. Maybe we'll learn this. Liquidations are permissionless, meaning any participant in within the network can initiate a liquidation of an eligible borrow position. Liquidations are highly competitive, requiring deep understanding of protocol and technical proficiency. Liquidators closely monitor borrow positions, react swiftly to market changes, and prioritize liquidation transactions to be the first to execute the liquidation. Okay. Um, they're just telling what liquidators are and what they need to be a good liquidator. When when the health factor of an account's total loan is below 1, anyone can make a liquidation call to a pool or L2 pool. In case of L2 roll up networks contract, pay back part of debt owed and receive discount. Okay, give me a second, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. We are here. Payback payback part of debt owed by res- owe part of debt owed and receive discounted collateral in return, also known as liquidation bonus. Okay. This incentivizes third parties to participate in the health of overall protocol by acting in their own interest to receive the discounted collateral, and as a result preserve that borrows are sufficiently collateralized. Okay. There are multiple ways to participate in the liquidations by calling liquidation directly in the pool or L2 pool contract, by creating your own automated bot system to liquidate loans. Okay. A liquidation call is for liquidation cost to be profitable, you must take into account the gas cost involved in liquidation loan. If gas price is high, then liquidation may be unprofitable for you. Cal- calculate see the calculating profitability section for more details. Okay. Here V3 is okay. Something else. V3 allows 100% of debt to be liquidated in a single liquidation call. Okay. If HF less than close factor HF threshold. Prerequisite: when making a liquidation call, you must know the account address whose health factor is below 1, know the valid debt amount and asset, debt covered and asset. Okay. If HF is above close factor HF threshold, then a maximum of 50% of then only maximum of 50% of the debt can be liquidated per valid liquidation call. Okay. Is above close HF. Okay. If HF health factor is below close factor HF threshold, then 100% of debt can be liquidated in a single valid call. Okay. You can set debt to cover to uint -1, and protocol will proceed with highest possible liquidation allowed by the close factor. Okay. You must already have sufficient balance of debt asset which will be used by the liquidation call to pay back the debt. Users can use flash loans for liquidations. Okay. Know the collateral. This is the third point. Know the collateral asset. Collateral asset you closing. Know the collateral asset you are closing. That is asset that user has backing their outstanding loan that you will receive as a bonus. Okay. When you want whether you want to receive a token or underlying asset after a successful liquidation call. A token is basically supply token. It's yield bearing token, I guess. Getting accounts to liquidate. A user account in Aave protocol refers to a single Ethereum address that has interacted with protocol. This can be externally owned account or contract. Only users that have HF less than 1 can be liquidated. There are multiple ways you can get the health factor. Okay. Yeah. Here. Gather user data from on-chain user account data from on-chain data. One way would be to monitor emitted events from the protocol and keep an up-to-date index of user data locally. Okay, that's what we want to do, but we are not building a bot, so it's not that time sensitive. In case when you are building a bot, it's uh, you need to be fast because some other bot is there monitoring the situation. Okay, next is events are emitted. Events are emitted each time a user interacts with protocol. Supply, borrow, repay, withdraw. Okay, we already knew that. When you have a user's address, you can simply call get user account data to read user's current health factor. If HF is less than 1, then account can be liquidated. Okay, so this is read only function, and it's not that sorry, if you want to be fast, you can't like do million calls every block. You need to index it on your machine with with events and be quicker. So this is okay, but that's not the way you should go. Next is GraphQL. It's just data. We don't really care. Okay, executing the liquidation call. Once you have, where is this? Okay, once you have the account or accounts to liquidate, you will need to calculate the amount of collateral that can be used to can be used can be liquidated. Use get users reserve data. Max debt that can be cleared by a single liquidation call is given by, okay, when we already knew this, like we can either do like 50% or 100%. Debt to cover is user variable debt into liquidation close factor. So is it default or is it max? That's the question. You can pass event -1, that is max event, as the debt to cover to liquidate the maximum amount allowed. Max amount of collateral that can be liquidated to cover debt is given by current liquidation bonus for the reserve that has usage as a collateral enabled as true. Max amount of collateral to be liquidated. Okay, so liquidation bonus is set somewhere for each reserve. Okay, max amount of collateral to be liquidated equal to debt into debt asset price into debt to cover into liquidation bonus divided by collateral price. Profitability, we don't really need that right now. Appendix, how health factor is calculated. Okay, we'll come back to this. I don't know. We wanted answer for something and we didn't really get it. We wanted answer for what debt to cover is. We know what debt to cover is, the amount, and liquidated collateral amount. Let's go back. We need to go. Yes, here. Say GitHub. Okay, people are actually watching today. 13 guys. 13. I don't know. 13 people. Thanks for being here. And if you are here, like, put a comment in the chat so I can see who is there. I know Envio team is there, or at least they came here and check. Let's see. Okay, let's get back to this. We want to go to logic, libraries, logic, and no, libraries, logic, liquidation logic, execute liquidation call. And the last event emitted is the event we are, yes, this one. This is the event we are indexing. We want to see this. Debt to cover the amount of, so let's put this here. Assume we borrowed like 80 $80. Debt to cover will be 40 $40, but that's in the USD term. This is like in terms of USD, but um, we want the number, right? The token amount, not the USD amount. That's the difference, I guess. Where, but we want the token amount. So that's the part which is debt to cover is token amount in terms of token amounts in, okay, token amount not in terms of USD but actual value. Now next part, where is this? Collateral to be liquidated. Is that the name? Liquidated collateral amount. Okay, that's a different name. So collateral liquidated Okay, sorry. Threshold. Sorry, I'll I will add this to accelerator. So this is the event. So that way we don't have to jump between screens every time. I'll add it here. That to cover, and this will be calculated automatically. Let me check this again. Safe transfer. Safe transfer from, this is IERC20 data set. We are sending this a, okay, let me open this. I know I should know this already, but I just want to cross check. Safe transfer from, first is token from to. So we are sending the data set from liquidator to a token, no, from, no, I'm missing something. Dependencies, open Zeppelin, contracts, IERC20. Go to this. Oh, okay, I'm the dumb one. Here, this is the token, this is the address of liquidator, this is the address of a token, and this one is the amount. Okay, now I want to check where transfer on liquidation, index, scale, amount, a token, borrower. I want to go and check this part. Interfaces, then a token. Oh yes, notice, let's read this. Trans transfers a token in an event of a borrow being liquidated in case liquidator claims a token. Passing both passing both the unscaled and scaled amount enhances precision. The scaled amount is used for precision balance updates, while amount is used for logging and consistency, preventing cumulative rounding errors from the address getting liquidated. Current, okay, yeah, current. And the recipient, the amount getting transferred, the amount of tokens getting transferred, the scaled amount, the next liquidity index of the reserve. I don't know what this part is, but I understood first three, and scaled one is I'm still confused. Are we using this somewhere? Transfer underlying? No, we are not. Scaled amount. Var liquidation protocol fee amount. Okay. We are sending liquidator transfer that asset being repaid to a token. Okay. Let's see where collateral is getting sent to us. A token is burned. Rest are balance updates. Here they are actually sending treasury. Transfers underlying. Oh, it was here only. Is getting used somewhere, right? Yes. So if receive a token is true, this liquidate underscore liquidate a token. No. Both things are here. So we have liquidate and we have burn. Burns collateral a token and transfers underlying asset. Liquidates user a token and transferring them to liquidator. Okay, both the things are here. Transfer or liquidate. Now we know. We still haven't seen this part. I I theoretically know what it is, but I want to cross check again and again, like what that does. That's why I'm a bit hesitant. Let's actually read what's happening. So if actual, okay, it comes from somewhere. It's not getting calculated here. No, no. Calculate available collateral. Yes, we have here. Is the first first amount that is being returned. Max collateral borrow else. Okay, so this is the collateral amount. We read it here, right? No, not here. Yes, HF. Yes, this default and max. So that's the part we are. Why? That's the part we are checking here. Collateral liquidated can be max or borrower collateral balance. We are passing it. If this is max less than this, max collateral to liquidate. Okay, cool. So it's straight up value, like um, 18 decimal ERC20 value, and that's what they are passing it here. That's what getting passed into the event. Now only thing that is remaining is, okay, let me open the VS code. Here we already have this. We have collateral asset, we have debt asset, all the things are there. Now we just need to format these values in with precision. So the amount, this amount divided by whatever decimal debt asset has, debt asset, and this value with decimal of collateral asset. So now this part is manual, where we have to go to each contract and see what decimal value it has. Okay, should we open pnpm dev? Oh, let me open Docker. Docker was not open, so that's why this is not working. Oh, sorry. These are not actual values. I was just trying to explain those. It should work now. Yes, let's go back to localhost 8080 and run this. Can we see the aggregated? No. Distinct on collateral asset, limit 1. Let's try to run it. Okay, how do we get? What I want to do is I want all the unique these addresses for data asset or collateral asset, whatever. Let's do 10 and see what kind of value we get. Just keep the collateral asset field in the query. Rest are not that important. Okay, cool. Let's remove the limit and see. We have a bunch of assets. What happens when we do? Let's copy this and I'll paste it in the VS Code file. Collateral assets dot json. I know that's okay. List of all these are unique. My assumption is they are unique. Back to this, we are doing data asset and we have a bunch of data assets. I'm saying debt assets, not dead assets. Anyway, go back to VS Code, new file, debt asset dot json. Okay, I guess was I just oh sorry, we didn't change the field that we are getting back. Now it should be unique. You just need to remove collateral asset from query field and put that asset there. Now they should be unique. And there will be overlap here, you see. Remove this 111 0x18 0x 0. This is not here. Yes, but we do have 0x1f98. So you see that there is overlap and we can use this to create a JSON file that will access in the handler, create a precision value, and next part is adding the price. So right now we have debt asset to cover liquid sorry debt asset to cover liquidated collateral amount. Next we'll do debt asset price in market reference currency. Okay, debt asset USD price and collateral asset USD price. So these two values, but for this we need some kind of uh, data source. We can use DeFi Llama or we can index our own data, but I think using, I don't know which one is simpler, using DeFi Llama or using Chainlink. Let me think, and we can come back to this tomorrow and see what's happening, what we want to do. Because indexing chain link is like one more thing I have to do and maintain. But DeFi Llama, like they already have everything. So why should we? That that was my idea. But we can can we like let's go here now. Docs.envio.dev hyperindex and price data. I know yesterday I said like team should have added chain link instead of API 3, but we can check API 3 docs for let's see if we get something. Okay, let's open Etherscan. It's unit token. Can we see API 3 uni token feed address? Can we okay, I guess we should just use Chainlink. It's not that difficult to figure out, but I just don't want to. Okay. Uh, we have 6 minutes left. What should we do? If anyone is there, let me know if you have anything in mind, or should we end the stream early? Because doing the chain link part will take some time. Yeah, we can go to quick node and just see the photo, the image. So liquidation value we can calculate it. It's not That's not the issue. Also, I guess we need to track the timestamp of liquidation so we can see liquidation over time. What is this 40, 47 slash this part? I don't understand. Oh, okay. Is it like no? It can't be total. We can definitely do this. Largest liquidation assets, like this can be debt, this can be whatever. The collateral value, we can calculate value of liquidations, otherwise we won't be able to show this. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, I wanted to see this image. Yes, you see, we have timestamp, we have block, we have liquidated address. What's liquidated? Okay, liquidated wallet is the borrower. Collateral asset we have, amount we have, debt asset we have this, receive a token we also have this. Everything is there, just the dollar amount is not, because we need price feed. Okay, tomorrow I'll come prepared to explain how to index the chain link for getting prices for our assets. So debt asset, collateral assets, both. And if I couldn't figure out how to do that, then, then we'll use DeFi Llama, which is very straightforward and very easy. But maybe that'll cost us money if we are doing volume. It won't create issue for smaller like API account, but if we are doing like 10,000 API requests, that will cost us. Okay, cool. Um, if you are still watching, thanks for being here uh, for the whole time. And few things before we end. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. I know most of you are watching on Twitter, but please go on YouTube and subscribe to Decrypted Bytes. So I'll get a dopamine boost where I like to see the number go up. That's why. If you're watching on Twitter, like don't forget to follow me. If you're already doing that, thank you very much. And lastly, see you guys tomorrow, same time. I know it's weekend, so let's see. You guys might be here, might not be here. Who knows? But if you are, please do join the stream. And yeah, have a nice day. See you guys tomorrow. It's 1:30. Sorry, 3:30 p.m. IST and 10 p.m. UTC. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.